hello again. Hello again to my 0 viewers. I'm just gonna close my windows so that I can't see out my windows and find out where I live. Okay. So I'm gathering resources right now, but I'm gonna be working on a journaling project. I figured I'd have the internet with me. Why not? Why not take the internet with me while I'm doing my journaling project? So, get y'all all set up here. I have my little clock that I'm gonna use to time myself. And let me get my fucking stand. Let's see here. Thank you to the one person who started watching and then stopped watching. Appreciate your presence here. Okay. I only live stream after midnight, apparently. That there. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So I'm working on a journaling project, and if people come in and want to chat, that's cool. Just doing this so I have eyes on me. I suppose you can't see what I'm doing on the computer, but that's alright too. I wish that ancestry.com would stop fucking with me with my ethnicity estimates. It's like I've just switched what the high, like they tell you, oh, the majority, I'm like a mutt white person, so I'm from a lot of like different regions in Europe. 100% European, but like I'm basically split into quarters, and the amount of times they have changed like what quarters of Europe my family is from is just crazy. For the last however long I've been thinking that I'm mostly Scottish, but now I'm only 23% Scottish. So lame. Oh, and I never showed you this last night, but look at my cute little weed box that I made. I made this. So I wrapped this box in wrapping paper and I put some flower stickers on it. And then I bought this ashtray, and I've got my pipe and my grinder. And then I also have some pipe cleaners so that I can keep my pipe clean. Hello, Namita Das Dip Das. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Another exciting night of live streaming. I'm gonna smoke a pipe. This is legal where I live. It's legal to smoke weed, it's legal to grow it, but it's not legal to sell it. Hi, Mason. Taxes. Why smoke or vape? It's not good for me. In fact, my lungs have been hurting. I'm just going through a period where I'm smoking weed right now. I actually did smoke cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes a pack a day for 17 years. And so I know my lungs are already damaged. Crystal Wilson. Hi, I'm new here. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to Crystal Wilson. It's a great name. Makes you sound like a singer in the 60s. Don't smoke it bad, please. No, please, you're hurt. Oh, yeah. No, please don't smoke. Your lungs can stop the sooner you stop. I know, guys, I know. I believe you can quit. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I know. My therapist believes I can quit too and wants me to, but I don't know. I have so much. Are you in a bad time? I'm in a little bit of a bad time. I quit my job. And so I'm like unemployed and like finding myself. I think the tea juice is cremation juice. I don't know what that is. Oh, wait, this? This? You think it's cremation juice? That's crazy. I've never had cremation juice. Jesse Matthews, who watches this? 11 people apparently. Frisk said, guys, I fell down some hole and broke my legs, and now I'm seeing a talking flower. Should I be concerned? Wow. That is very intense. Thank you. Your cat is so cute. Oh, thank you. Yes, he is a very, very good friend. And I'm always wearing this black sweater so people can't really see his girth, but he is enormous. Let's see. God gives people tougher times for stronger people. Please stop. Oh, that's so sweet, Taxes. Thank you. Don't worry, guys. Good night, Cameron. People are putting some interesting stuff in the chat. American, or that's probably not. I think that's the Chilean flag. What do you think? What you think of Jujutsu Kaisen? I don't know who that is. You have a tuxedo cat? Cool. Wow, the chat is popping tonight. What's your favorite food? Ooh, recency bias, but I had pozole and flautas today, and I love Mexican food. Midnights, 99. Hi, followed you way back in my Tumblr days. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for sticking around. Cute cat, thank you. Thank you all for all the flags. I recognize some of them. Ashley, she sleeps with me sometimes. Oh, tuxedo cats are real sweeties. Quantum gravity equation. Woo! You got the wrong lady. I'll tell you that much. For the Philippines? Philippines. Hell yeah. How old is he? Very talkative. He is 3. He's 3 years old. I've had him for 2 years. He was a stray cat and was injured, so he was brought into a humane society, and I got him. No, this isn't cremation juice. This is 2 like crystal light energy packets and an emergency. So let's see. I'm trying to decipher all of your emojis. Okay, guys. Well, so I have a goal here. So I have my timer, and I want to spend an hour working on a journaling project that I'm doing. I had my cat for 14 years, and she passed away last September. Oh, I'm really sorry, Ashley. That is the worst. I had a cat for 8 years who passed away, like, I don't know, 10 months before I got Banks, and it's just devastating. I'm sorry. That's horrible. You know, I do feel like my new cat Banks has like healed my heart from my last cat dying. So there's more kitties. There's more kitties out there. I had her when I was 9. Oh my goodness. I'm 25. That is a huge part of your life. Man. When you were 9? That's crazy. Yeah, that must be devastating. I'm so sorry to hear that. So let me turn off the ancestry.com. Gray and black tabby. Oh, so cutie. Let me log into my Google Drive. I couldn't eat for a few days. Yeah. Having a cat for that long, for that much of your life, must, I don't know. It's like the cat is kind of like entwined with you all through your life. Like, I don't know, it might lead to like some identity, you know, questions and stuff. Her name was Rose. Cancer got her. Ugh, that is too bad. But 14 years, that's, that's still a long time though. Especially if the cat had a good life. Probably, 14 years, good life. You just subscribed? Well, thank you. Most of my videos are pretty much this. I mumble around my house completing little projects. Cancel the greeting on Earth. Cancel the greeting on Earth. I don't know what that means. Thank you, though. Okay, yeah, so I'm working on this diary project where I'm taking all of my old diaries. So I have like 20, I don't even know. I have 23 years of journals that I have all typed into Google Documents. And I am trying to create like an on this day file where I'm go through and I can see everything that was written on October 16th, like from 2003, from 2009, from 2012, like that kind of thing. I'm trying to make that kind of document out of the journals that I already have saved in my Google Drive. So just to give you an idea of what I'm doing here. Is that your only cat or do you have any other pets? Nope, that's my only cat. It's the only pet I have. He gets to be a spoiled only child. I think what he or she meant say hi to who the earth. Let's say hi to who the earth. See, you're both confusing me. Am I having a stroke? What's going on? Okay, let me open this up. Now why can't I remember where I saved it? Damn. Because I already start. I don't know what Coco means. I'm thinking that's what she means. Sammy says, hi from South Korea. Hope you're doing well. Wow, that's really cool. South Korea? I would love to visit South Korea. I'm doing really well, thank you. Do you live in a city or in like more like the countryside? It's time for Coco. It's time for the Geico at the logs. I'm a part of a certain cold. I cannot say their name. Well, Coco, thank you for being here. Appreciate your presence. Let's see. Where the fuck did I put this? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the mega document I'm creating is called the Wheel of Time. Working on the Wheel of Time. I'm confused as heck. Yeah. It's kind of nice though. See, I can't tell you what I mean, but I see things other people can't see. I see. Okay. Do you feel bad for me? Oh, that's too bad. Well, if you're like, do you see them literally or do you just like understand things that other people don't? Oh, like spurts? Oh, spirits? Oh my goodness, this chat is gonna kill me. Okay, so I think that I am up to Coco keeping watch over you, but sometimes I cannot. Well, Coco, I really appreciate that. If you are keeping watch over me, That's cool. Thank you for the protection. Okay, so I made it to 2007, I think. Oh, gee. So yeah, I've been like keeping a journal since from the time I was 13 until now when I'm 37. And so I want to be able to see everything I wrote on certain dates all throughout the year. And so it's like this really weird reorganization of the information that I'm going through. Okay. Yeah, I think I only got to the end of 2007. Okay. Coco, it's kind of just like I see, but okay. All right. Sammy, that's incredible and would be so satisfying to have. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like I'm not utilizing it because I'm not, like, I'm never going back and just like straight up reading my journal from 2012, you know? I feel like I have to have a little bit more novelty to be motivated to read my old entries, because there's a lot of good shit in my old entries, you know, things that I've learned through the years, experiences I've had that, you know, maybe could be informative to like my present problems. But yeah, but I never read it. So if I have this like little thing where it's like, what did I write on this day 14 years ago? Then I'll be able to review it better. Coco King, do the fourth dimension. All right. Fade. Oh, my lampshade is askew. That's better. Well, gee, could this document take any faster to, or any slower to open? Okay. When life burns, this is enough riddles for me for now. Not really riddles, but understanding for me. All right. Well, I appreciate your presence, Coco. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I'm into 2008. Oh, God almighty. 2008, I was like in my art school era, and I was like new to doing drugs and thought I had very clever ideas about, you know, the nature of everything. So that's what this entry is on Valentine's Day 2008. Ew! I've changed my mind about this whole project. Ew, oh my god, can I even read this? Oh god, it's so embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna read this really lame journal entry from Valentine's Day 2008. Is life some insane drug fantasy? Are all our problems, burdens, and joys just absurd rambling on a planet millions of times smaller than our humble sun? The sun, one of billions in our galaxy, one of billions. Are we just forms that DNA has taken? What did early model DNA look like? Does DNA have a purpose, a mission? What is this life? How am I to understand anything? Mmm. Mmm, man. I'm actually red from embarrassment. That is so bad. Whew, okay. Let's Get that in the on this day. I was in school to be a writer. That's terrible. I was in school to be a writer. Just think about that. The angst, lol, I can't. Kinda a mood though. Girl had thoughts. I had been reading a book about DNA and evolution and stuff. Those were my. I was so moody. This was like that. So 2008 is the year after the year where I was in the mental hospital like 6 times in 1 year. So 2008 is me coming out of like this period of just complete chaos and kind of trying to be rational again. But obviously I had some work to do in that area. Oh Lord, the hits just keep on coming. So the next entry I have from 2009 is about my half brother molesting me. Oh my, no, 2008, excuse me. I'm talking about being molested in this entry. So let's go ahead and put that in on this day. Oh, let's see. Did you think I was gone? Sun is still not falling. Oh, okay, so it's still daytime there. Okay. Oh, God, okay. The next entry is from 4/20/2008. And I am listing... I listed out 50 things that have changed in my life over the past 2 years. So, that's actually pretty cool. That's a cool one. I'm not going to read it though. Hope you learn inside of New York, inside the 2001. That one's a riddle. I actually went to New York in 2003, and I was there to look at some colleges, and at that time, they hadn't finished up the cleanup at Ground Zero. And so I went and I saw Ground Zero before it had been completely cleaned up from 9/11, you know, like before they started any of the memorials, that sort of thing. And it was very affecting, very affecting. Let's see, good idea. 2 years back, you wouldn't be alive from here. Okay. Getting semi-threatening. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you, Coco. Whoa, that's a crazy experience. Yeah, and you know what? If you're ever in New York, honestly, go to the 9/11 museum. Go to the 9/11 museum. It's so worth it. It's so powerful. You know, I don't know anybody who died in 9/11. I was just like an observer at the time, and so like, but even so, I mean, it was extremely powerful stuff if you get the chance. Wish I knew what pre-9/11 life was like. Oh, hello, Fetal 420 Syndrome. Glad to see you back. Pre-9/11 life. Or, I mean, I think that after 9/11, America got a lot more insecure because there was this sort of cockiness before 9/11 that like nobody could touch us. And I think that, you know, it like shattered that illusion for Americans. So yeah, it was just like a more of a sense of just totally we're untouchable in the 90s. And yeah. in my opinion. Okay. Oh, I actually made 2 entries on 4/20/2008. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm talking about how much I love Obama. Oh no. I had a dream. Apparently, I had a dream that he came to speak in Boston. I was living in Boston at the time. Um, when I turned away, he got unalived and I cried, and then I looked in the mirror and my forehead was marked for Ash Wednesday. Okay. Oh, and my mom is calling me and threatening to kill herself. This is just such a trip down memory lane. Oh boy. Okay. Well, sky was an orange, and I'll say you wouldn't be like raising 6 like cigarettes at the same time. Okay. Yeah, I know. This is crazy. I've lived a lot of life. Just some lovely memories. Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny, it's because I think that if people just read my diary, they would think that I had a lot more sad life than I did. Because I usually am writing in the diary when I'm, upset and needing to process my emotions. Oh, God almighty. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, April 21st, 2008. I was just about to rhyme. I was just about to write some inane drunken expletive in here, but dignity overcame me, and I decided that however inebriated I may be, succumbing to my lesser instincts is something I cannot allow myself to do. Why 2008? I am 20 years old talking like this. What the fuck? All right. Oh, and another entry. Jesus Christ. Who is she? Giving Carrie Bradshaw. Oh, God. No, I wasn't getting laid enough at the time. This was like a very, honestly, like kind of a sexless period of my life. Okay. Coco, for helping Germany doesn't enter the entered red flag, if you know what I mean. I'm afraid I don't, Coco, but thank you for being here. Jesus Christ, I was always making like 2-3 entries a day. What is going on? Okay. Oh my. May 9th, 2008. Bass drum bellied old man waddles through the shifting branch shadows on Commonwealth Avenue, then plops on a stone bench. His stomach hangs between his knees, a burlap sack of cottage cheese, crater belly button, a shadowy indent in his novelty-size blue dress shirt. Narrow set eyes catch mine as I pass. Hurried schoolgirl, book bag slung over one shoulder, anticipating summer. A quick backward glance to satisfy drug-induced paranoia for once pays off. He jerks his hat off, and the white ponytail pulled through the back goes with it, attached. His polished bald head is the punchline I've been waiting for all winter. I kind of liked that. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't that bad. Oh boy. This I should just rename this to cringe stream. I'm just cringing at myself late in the night. Okay, that one's in the on this day now. Oh Christ, I can't even talk about this one. I'm like on drugs. I'm at a playground in the Boston Common, like watching kids and like just writing down everything I see is like pure fucking insanity. Really strange thoughts. I'll just say that. Really strange thoughts I was having at the time. Costumes that come back. They're taking France. Okay. They're taking France. Are we talking about Nazis? I'm gonna figure this out, Coco. This is just more crazy. This is like a year I would like if I got this on an on this day, I would think like, oop, landmine. But that's okay. Shows how far I've come. Let's see. Oh, I'm fighting with my best friend. I miss him. My best friend from college is like the best person I've ever known. I think I love him more than anyone I've ever known. And we still chat. All these years later, I've known him for 19 years and we've lived in different states for 15 of those years and we're still friends. July, yeah, okay. Thank you for the 4 people who are sticking around to watch me actually do this project. Oh, God. July 7th, 2008. Woke at 2 p.m. and went for a jog. Exhausted after 2.5 blocks. Breathing so heavy I couldn't catch my breath. Smoked pot, felt calmer. James R. and called and I invited him over, cleaned the apartment a bit, and when he arrived we smoked a joint and ate an entire large pizza from the upper crust with chopped tomatoes and pineapple. James left about 6. I played the piano for about a half hour, then read The Iceman Cometh for an hour. Since then, I've been laying on the couch smoking pot and cigarettes, watching Intervention on TV. I didn't wear my eyeglasses while jogging this morning. Better I not see people's horrified faces as my blubbery ass pounds down the pavements, face a contorted mask of agony. Oh, man. Okay, putting that in the July 7th column. Oh, God. Just... Here I have, like, written, like, 11 paragraphs about The Iceman Cometh by Eugene O'Neill. I like was so into writing at the time, writing and literature and stuff, and I was like so young and like new to everything that I would just have like such emotional experiences reading new books that I would feel like it was changing my life, and I was having like these life-changing experiences multiple times a year. But I guess that's also just what being 20 is like. Hello again, Midnight 99. Or wait, are those clappy hands? I can't tell. I can't tell. Hmm. July, or excuse me, June, or it should be July. July 11th, 2008. After writing that past entry, I went downtown to do some errands, drank myself into a stupor at Mike's, and then allowed my friends to take me swimming at Walden Pond. We used to take a big bottle of wine, or you know those big jugs of wine, and we would just toss it in the pond, and then you have to like swim out to it and like drink it and stuff. But yeah, we would go up to Walden Pond, like from the book Walden. Just like take the train up there. It was very prep school, New England stuff in my college years. And I was with my friend, who's a Kennedy, by the way, a real Kennedy. Not like the rich kind, but like in the related way, on Boston. And he had a home on fucking Cape Cod. We'd go out there too. That was a really good summer. Oh wait, I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing here. July, yeah, July. Hello to the 7 people watching. Don't be strangers. You can ask questions. Maybe I should have went to college. You know what? Like, I was really lucky. I got kind of a classic college experience where my college was in downtown Boston, right on the Boston Common, and it was like big dorm buildings and like shenanigans and stuff. And then I like moved out and had college apartments with my friends. I mean, it was like New England in the autumn and stuff like that. I mean, it was very, very traditional until it wasn't. Until it turned out that I was a drug addict. Sammy, this is for real inspiring me to start documenting. I'm so curious what I would have wrote down through my life. Dang. Yeah, and I mean, it's like I still write in my journal. I definitely write with the knowledge that probably no one is ever going to read it, you know. I thought for a long time I was doing like some big life writing project that would be turned into some sort of finished project by the end of my life, but no, I'm just writing things down for my own amusement and to help me sort out my thoughts and you know, to do fun little projects like this. So I think there's a Cocteau Twins song called Know Who You Are at Every Age. That's valid for sure. Thank you, Sammy. Okay. 2008. Yep. Yep. The next entry is just me being super unorganized during this whole time that I was writing in 2008. I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD until 2023, so I was just like helplessly suffering with really with like pretty advanced ADHD, and a lot of my entries are just me trying to get my shit together to be able to function at like a normal level in my home life, you know, like simple things like hygiene, keeping things clean, like doing homework, paying bills, that sort of thing. It was all so difficult for me, and a lot of my old entries are me like trying to compensate for that by making like lists and just, you know, a lot of just beating myself up too, because like why couldn't I do these simple things? Well, it's because I had a problem that I needed medicine for. That's too bad. And also I had a nervous breakdown too. Okay, so July 18th, 2008. I'm worried about myself. I'm such a narcissist. Worry about myself is all I'm capable of doing. I know no other operating system. I am obsessed with myself. I wonder if my childhood environment, and then it just ends there. And it just ends there. But the last line, I wonder if my childhood environment. Yeah, Lindy, I think your childhood environment did have something to do with what you were experiencing. That's interesting. Oh, we're into August 2008 now. Ooh. Mmm. This one, okay. August 11th, 2008. So at the time, I was living off of my dad's life insurance money because he died when I was 14. So I'm like 19 or 20 here. And I said, oftentimes I wonder how long I have left of this lifestyle. Sitting on the couch, 9:20 a.m., still up, meaning I was still up from the night before. High as fuck, terribly paranoid about a noise until I discovered the man handy vacuuming his car in the alley. So hungry, too. Stepped on the scale, and by some miracle, I'm in the 170s again. 179.5. I'd give anything to weigh that now. Down from 187 last month. Pretty good. Um, I've been looking really good lately too. The $900 I dropped at Urban Outfitters probably doesn't hurt either. So I'm spending like a huge amount of money, but I don't think I have a job at this time in my life. That would wind up biting me in the ass, believe it or not. Today is Brooke's birthday. Brooke was my best friend in college. He is 22. I bought his cake at Sweet and Nasty Erotic Cake Shop. We ordered a chocolate cake with white dicks, black vaginas, white couples fucking, and black and white tits. Forgot about that. We don't have a picture of that cake. We should have taken one. Okay. Ooh, I'm being really upbeat and cheery in this next entry. I say, heard a story on CNN about a 25-year-old man who committed suicide. His German Shepherd stayed by his body until it was discovered 6 weeks later. They say the dog was malnourished, surviving on rats. And I have more commentary. I have more commentary about this news story. I saw that. Um, that I'm not going to read. Basically, I wonder if the dog took a bite out of the man. And then I said, CNN then showed a picture of the man's wife and toddler reunited with the dog. um, and I'm talking about my other friend. Michael got so drunk at Brooke's birthday party that he got naked when no one was looking. 4.5 minutes went by before I noticed. Yeah, we just like looked and all of a sudden Mike was naked. He was just like sitting on the couch naked. No one saw him undress at all. So cute. Memories. I miss those guys. I saw Mike last summer. He's recently like he got married to the girl that he was dating while we were in college. They were actually high school sweethearts. And then in the past like year or so, he's discovered that maybe he's gay. And he got a divorce from his wife. And I hear he's moved on to like a like a farm, basically, like a farm with a giant polycule. Good for him. Good for him. Sometimes you gotta. Shit. Sammy, I'm gonna pretend your last comment, that's valid for sure, is about Mike. Yeah, it is valid. That's a very valid thing to do. That's 23rd. Okay. Hmm. Well, people are watching, but they're not saying anything. So I'm gonna tell a joke. Why do hot dog buns only come in packs of 8 when death comes like a thief in the night? Think about that. Would you ever join a polycule farm? Yes, I would. But I don't know that I would ever be invited to a polycule farm. I don't know. I don't think that's like the energy that I give off. I give off energy like bitter and single. Bitter and single. That's like that's the vibe here. Oh, Lord. Witch's Coven energy. That could be cool. October 15th, 2008. Oh god, okay. I am consumed by worry and self-loathing. I'm a contradiction, a narcissist with low self-esteem. Fat, lazy, ugly, angry, sad, weak, amazing, brilliant, beautiful me. I am my own religion, starring as God, Satan, and Doubting Thomas. Okay. There's nothing like honesty as a remedy. How's this for honesty? I'm an emotionally unstable drug addict. I'm frightened by where my life is headed and feel powerless to stop myself, or worse yet, know I have the power to change but choose not to. I'm fucking sick of myself, but if I was really so concerned, I would do something. Sometimes I hate myself. I saw a time-lapse video of sprouts growing up from the dirt today and identified with the one so bungled in bean casing it could not spread its leaves. It died, and so too shall I fear, and young. My mother told me as a child she would die young. You don't realize how painful a memory is until it comes up in context. Wow. I was having a good one that day. This is like fucking, I had a quarter life crisis like nobody else. I mean, really. Let's see. Oh, and another one where I wrote 2 entries for the same day. Why do I do that? Too many thoughts for one day. Yeah. I was bored is what I was. I was bored. I would like do nothing except just hang out in my apartment and get high. No, but I was failing at college. I was doing a really bad job in school. And I really had a lot of self hatred about it. And also, like, I was on this ticking clock with the money where I had to figure out how I was going to support myself in life, but I'd chosen a college major that, like, does not pay. And I was sucking at school anyway and spending all of my money. And it's a pretty stressful situation. And this is like, okay, so it's November 2008, so this is like near the end. I'm like getting very distressing news at this point about the state of my finances, and I realize that I'm not going to be able to graduate college because I don't have enough money. Oh, yeah, that sucked. I got into my dream school and then I like had to drop out because I was losing my mind and turned out to be an addict. But, like, shit happens. You can recover from a lot of things. I do think I am gonna take that job back. Like, they offered me, I don't know if anybody saw my live stream last night, but they offered me my job back at the company that I just quit my job at. Like, my last day was September 25th, and I am being aggressively recruited for a position elsewhere in the company. Um, and I don't know. I got some more messages about it today, and honestly, what they're offering sounds pretty good. So, it sounds really good, actually. This lady's even like, I'm gonna like do everything I can to like restore your seniority. Ask for even more money. Dude, Midnight 99, they're offering me 30 an hour. I've never made that kind of money in my life. 30 an hour, I feel like is like cracking into a whole other uh, economic group for me. 30 an hour is like, wow, like you're middle class. I feel like if you get 30 an hour. So, could be real interesting. And I'm just gonna apply for the job. I think I'll apply for the job. I'm sure they'll interview me, and that there will be other candidates. But the lady is saying like I won't even interview anyone else if you apply. You just have the job if you apply. And it's like, damn, that's sure thing. It's a sure thing. You know, very tempting, especially because I know that that company has excellent benefits. Um, that work really well for my lifestyle. I would appreciate it if I could just like just have the foresight of accepting a job knowing that the benefits package is fucking amazing. Yeah. I'm really thinking about it. Oh Lord, December 10th, 2008, we have a letter to my father, to my dead father. Letter to my dead father, who I was having very complicated um, feelings about. Because would that stick it to your old manager? It would stick it to her so fucking hard. The woman who is aggressively recruiting me is like her arch nemesis. It's mutual. They hate each other. But yeah, I was having really conflicted feelings about my dad at this time in my life because You know what's crazy about child abuse is that sometimes you don't even know that you're being abused while it's happening because it's like the only world that you know. And so I when I first got into therapy, when I left my home and got into therapy, and started describing some of my childhood experiences to the therapist, I was completely shocked when she said she literally I think she literally said like, "Yeah, that sounds like some pretty serious child abuse." And I was like, "What? You think that was abuse? Like blah blah blah." And so I was having this years long process of coming to terms with like the fact that my dad was a really, really, really bad guy. And, and he was dead. He died when I was 14. So it's like I had to sort of, I don't know, I had to like process this without being able to talk to him about it. Not that I would have been able to talk to him about it, even if he were alive. Sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like if my dad was still alive. Be a lot different, that's for sure. Oof, yeah, that makes closure harder. Yeah, it does. But with a guy like my dad, there was never gonna be closure on that relationship. Um, I won't go into everything because like most of the abuse was directed at my mom and me and my sisters. But he should have been in jail a lot. He should have been in jail a lot. Okay. But he was like one of these guys who was really successful. He was the guy who nobody would believe was a domestic abuser because he was intelligent, he was charismatic, he owned a company, he was wealthy. A he's a very serious businessman. He was a computer programmer, and people loved him. People loved him. But then there was this other side to him that you know only certain people saw, and yeah, it's so devious. It's so devious. They have one way of presenting themselves to the world, but like there's this totally different person who you're actually living with. Creaky knees. Things seem tough for you lately, Lindy. Hope you can feel better soon and have your dreams come true. Thank you. I wonder what that would look like if my dreams come true. I want a boyfriend. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want a big stupid man who is nice to me and will take me to Perkins and tell me that I look nice. And somewhere he is out there. Creaky knees. I'm single but live in Australia. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I think probably personal contact is gonna be important in a relationship. Not to say that long distance relationships won't work, sorry. Yeah. I'm working on it in therapy. Like, it's actively my goal in therapy to work on my feelings about dating and to get myself out there and dating. That's like my number one goal in therapy is to work on my trust issues and also get the rest of my life into such a state that I can spend the amount of time and energy I need to find a good partner. So I'm kind of on hiatus right now, but I am working on it though. Like I'm actually working on it. So I literally do a diary exercise every day about it. Like, I'm so serious. I'm actually working on it, but okay, so we reached the end of 2008. Thank God. Okay, here's me describing the Oh, I was at a party and I asked people for their New Year's resolutions. So Nathan said, "Hold no grudge, be no judge." This is New Year's 2008. Um, Catherine, "I want to improve my loyalty." Jesse, "Make it a fantastic fucking year." Sarah's goal was newness. And Dan said, "I want to suck more cock and vice versa." Thank you, Dan. Dan is still a friend of mine. Just remotes. Dan's was the best. Dan's was the best. Actually, I like Sarah's goal of newness. I like that. Let's see here. Okay, going back to January. Okay, I'm describing the party, the New Year's Eve party on January 1st, 2009. I passed out in Dan's bed around 1 a.m., woke at 9:30, drank 2 big glasses of water, and vomited. Then I vomited again a half hour later, and again an hour later. Took a nap. I'm sitting in Amy's basement with Amy and Dan. I sat in vomit last night. Some jackass threw up in a neat little pile on the floor, exactly the same beige as the carpet. Drunk, clutching my soiled party dress, I pointed a finger into the crowd. "Who the fuck did this?" I demanded with surprising intensity. Sitting in vomit is that rare occasion that can provoke public anger. Happy New Year's. So January 1st, 2009, how old am I? I'm 21 years old. Yes, this was a time in my life where I was buying alcohol for my underage friends. And this story takes place in Minneapolis too. So this is me like kind of integrating back into the Minneapolis scene after, well, this is still before I have to run from Boston with my tail tucked between my legs because I spent all of my money. But this is like, so these would be people that I'd wind up living with and like being friends with, but I'm just at their party at that point. Let's see, it's a little story I wrote about my New Year's party, or a different New Year's. "I want you to know," oh wait, no, in quotes, "I know this might sound really new agey, but I want to be direct. I want you to know I really appreciate your being." I suppressed a smile so she'd know I was taking her seriously. "Thank you, Donna. I appreciate your being, too." She took my hand, fingers interlaced, arm bent at the elbow, shoulder height, like taking an oath, and said, "I wanted to say, well, I know that your dad died when you were about the same age I was when my mom died. I've never really inquired." "I was 14, I said. "I was 14, too." The earnestness in her eyes caught me off guard. "Well, if you ever want to talk about it, give me a call," I said automatically. Her face lit this woman enigma of purity. That's what I was going to say. Why didn't I make it as a writer, guys? That's so crazy. January 2nd. I'm so desperate for things to write about. I'm just like copying down like things from ads, like "Stop having boring tuna, stop having a boring life." Slap Chop commercial, 1995. That's the price, not the year. Talk about my mom. My mom's losing her mind at this point in my life. I said, the second was a bittersweet day with my mom. She was still in bed when I woke at 2. Then she lay sleeping on the couch until 4 when I told her she'd been sleeping too much the past few days. You're right, she said, propping herself up on her elbows, pushing an unkempt tuft of hair from her eyes. After Christmas, I was so exhausted. That was really hard for me, you know. But this has gone on too long. It's turning into something else. She took her pills and sat under her new sunlight lamp for seasonal affective disorder, which seemed to help. She blames her funk on her lack of weed, to which I replied flatly, "You're a drug addict." But then so am I. Her friend D picked up some decent weed for the two of us. I suspect he's taking advantage of her. While we were smoking in the garage this afternoon, she said something so sad to me. She wishes she hadn't fallen into the married with children, suburbanite domestic life she's lived. She wishes she'd followed her heart instead. She partly blames the age she was born in. She consoles herself with her children. Mmm. Mmm. This was a big period of self-discovery. I know you're probably thinking like that sounds so much fun talking to your mom about that stuff. I was having a really good time. Like for real, like no wonder I was an alcoholic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you to the 8 people who are watching me silently work. I hope you're working too. Oh man, this is like these next entries. I'm on a road trip. I drove from Boston to Los Angeles and took a lot of pictures, and I wrote these like really detailed entries about it because I was driving my best friend from college to LA because that's where he was moving, and I was going back to Boston without him, and I was like so sad. Little did I know that, you know, 15 years later, we would still be friends. Yeah, driving, like, that big road trip, that's some of the, like, most traveling I've ever done. I drove from Boston to Los Angeles. Like, we went through the whole United States. We, like, stopped in Philadelphia and in Oklahoma to stay with our friend. Like, I'd never seen the desert before. Our friend in Oklahoma was so rich. Oh! Timer went off. That means I've been working on my project for an hour. That's good. But yeah, the friend in Oklahoma was so rich. Her name was Dolly. She was named after Dolly Parton. And she was like a big southern gal from Oklahoma, and her dad basically one of Dolly's things is that she had big fake boobs, right? And I mean they didn't look fake; they looked like big boobs. But her dad was a surgeon, and he actually did her boob job for her. And she was really happy with it, and like I guess it's not that weird if you think about it, but like basically she, you know, she's a big girl, and but she had small boobs, and so she just wanted to be more proportionate. But yeah, she's named after Dolly Parton, and she had giant fake boobs, and she had this big curly hair, and she would like sneak drugs it through airport security, like hidden inside of her hair. She was so wild. I loved her. Yeah, she came up to visit me years later in Minneapolis. And she was such a bitch while she was here. It was crazy. I mean, this was probably like 2012 or something like that. Like many years later, probably 5 years since we'd seen each other. And so that would have been like 2014, whatever. But yeah, she just got like really drunk and totally blew me off to hang out with some of the people she was here in a conference with. Like, fuck you. It was so rude. She didn't come to meet my friends. Made me look like an asshole in front of my friends because I was talking her up. I was like, oh, this girl, she's so great. Oh, she's coming tonight. I knew her from a long time ago. And then she stood me up and made me look stupid. So, not cool. Oh, January 11th, 2009. I'm in a hotel room on Sunset Boulevard. And would you know I actually saw that same hotel in a movie recently. Not in the last year anyway. It was in Leaving Las Vegas, starring Nicolas Cage, and he was getting a blowjob in front of a motel, and I was like, hold on. I stayed at that motel, and I like Googled it and stuff, and yeah, it was totally the same one. Very glamorous. Oh Lord, here's a poem I wrote. How many weeks in a row have I sat here these Saturdays, smoking joints and watching TV, eating takeout, this unhappy, vowing to differ tomorrow? My spirit is an evening shadow, I'm a child far from home. My anxiety, orphan of tragedy, lays pathetic, bawling in luxury, unable to sense dawn's approach. January 13th, 2009. I want to get back to October. Oh, we should look at what today is. Oh my god. All of a sudden I don't remember how to edit documents. Oh no! Oh, I put this in the wrong spot. Shit. Okay. Fascinating content. I need to stop apologizing for this content. You guys are the ones watching it. Got a problem with it. You can turn off. January 18th. Oh, January 18th. We're at the end of the road trip, and I cried the entire way to the airport. I remember I like got home and I was alone in my apartment, and I watched Nothing Compares to You music video by Sinead O'Connor, and I remember just like crying so hard from like this like involuntary friendship breakup. Oh, I was so sad. But, when you're that age, if you're pursuing opportunities, you have to make decisions, and, like, I get it. I wasn't going to stay in Boston for the rest of my life either. see. Let's see what my entries are for today so far. So I've only done years 2001 through 2008 in October, but today is October 16th. I only have one entry from 2004. I don't want to explain what I'm talking about in this entry from 2004, but nope, let's go back. Dang, 2004, that was 20 years ago. That's crazy. I was talking about getting ready for the Rocky Horror Picture Show and how my dead father's mother, my grandmother, who is estranged, had read my recommendation letter from my English teacher so that I could put in my college applications. And she came into my room after reading it and told me like how my dad always thought that I was really smart. And it was only 3 years after my dad died, so that's what I was talking about on this day 20 years ago. Ooh. Let's see. Hi, Ree. Is it Ree or Rye? Bro, I haven't watched your stream in 2 years now. Well, welcome back. Yikes. Okay. Going back to January here. January 18th, 2009. Yup. January 19th, 2009. So how old am I here? I'm still 21. Yeah, I'm still 21 in these entries. A long damn time ago. Oh. My cat wants to say hi again. Hello, everyone. Here's my beautiful cats. Good boy. Now get off. Ugh, he smells bad right now. He has a problem with his anal glands, where sometimes he's a little extra stinky. He's just having a stinky day. He's on special food, which has mostly like cleared up the problem. He's just having a stinky boy day. Okay. Oh God almighty. Okay, January 20th, 2009. Today is the day so many people have waited for. Bush has less than 11 hours left in office. At noon, Barack Obama will become the 44th President of the United States. So far, my presidential voting record is 1 for 1. Yeah, the first time I was able to vote, I voted for Obama. Okay, and here's the stinky boy. He's back again. I was really surprised. I remember the first time I voted, I was in Boston. I was living in a very bougie neighborhood where like my voting area was like literally a 200-year-old church or something. And I went in there with like a piece of mail sent to my address. I had my birth certificate, I had my Minnesota state ID. And I was like so surprised when they didn't ask me for any ID when I voted. Cuz I thought you would have to have ID. But I'd never voted before, so I didn't know. That was a cute church actually. At that same church, they had a special day for blessing animals. And I took my 2 ferrets in and had them blessed. Hi, buddy. He's like, pay attention to me. I'm sorry. Where are you? Yeah. Oh, he's being very sweet. And a little stinky. Just a little stinky, though. He's making really cute noises that I doubt are being picked up. For anyone just joining the chat, I have a black cat on my lap that you can't see because of my sweater. Such a sweetie. Void cat. Yeah. Definitely. February 2nd, 2009, Monday, 9:11 p.m. My life has spun completely out of control. I've not been going to class. All I do is sit and watch television and sleep and smoke weed. I haven't done my dishes in 2 weeks. My laundry has been sitting next door for 3 days. I feel awful. Best focus on the positive. Okay, so things are bad now. Make steps to improve them. I got a psychotherapist today. I'll go right this instant and do the dishes. Now that's picking up like the flavor of what my diaries would like turn into, which was like a self-help tool where I'm like, I say the thing that's frustrating me, I think about what I should do next, and then I say, okay, and okay, go, do it, you know? So, changed my relationship with myself. And it's really been, it's been a very enduring habit. I still write in my journal to this day. I don't know what I would do without that cloud storage for my emotional processing. Because really, the thing is that, like, I need to talk about absolutely everything, and no one wants to listen to you talk about absolutely everything. Hi, Ashley. Welcome back. And there are things that I would never talk about to anyone. So in order to, process those things, I just have to write them down. You're welcome, Ashley. I got 10 viewers. That's really good. I think that the most viewers I ever had concurrently was like, it was on one of my birthdays, and it was the same age I was. I think I was maybe like 34, maybe 33, 34, and I had that many concurrent viewers. It's the most I ever had. I would have started to get really nervous if it was more people than that, honestly. Third, 2009. Oh yeah, so February 4th, 2009, I'm making lists of things that I have to do. I'm saying, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, and so I'm making a list of all the things I have to do. I'm going to sleep under my blanket now. That sounds very pleasant. I hope you enjoy that. I sleep under my blanket too. It's a weighted blanket. It's the purple one right there. Ooh, my nose is so itchy. I swear I don't do coke. I have a deviated septum. I do this in real life, you know? My nose just gets so itchy. Let's get myself a tissue. No Answer Live was showing us ghost stuff. No Answer Live was showing us ghost stuff. She left and there are ghosts in her garage. Really? Is No Answer... Wait, so is No Answer a YouTube user? What kind of ghosts were in the garage? Spooks, haunts, ghoulies. I need the details. That's why I'm hiding under my blanket. Good idea, Ashley. You'll be safe under there. I haven't hid under a blanket in a long time. Sometimes I hide under the blanket from my own feelings. I just, like, sometimes, you know, sometimes you just have a moment where you need to get in your bed and, like, pull your blanket tight around you. Just feel the eyes. No one in the world can look at you. I just need no one to look at me right now. You're hiding under your blanket and making noise. Okay. Let's keep it PG in here. Let's see. February 9th. February 7th. You know what's annoying is that I used a different date format. I used all kinds of different date formats throughout my journals. And now I'm like making them all the same so they work in Google Documents. So it's like I have to edit the date format every time. Oh, I went to, this is interesting. Oh, February 7th, 2009. Yesterday I went to my first group meeting. I went to my first AA meeting. Wow, in February 2009. I would not quit drinking until June 2023, June 2020. So only 11 more years. It only took 11 years from the first time I went to a meeting to actually getting sober from alcohol. The group is small, only 7 or 8 people. We started up by checking in. Name, drug of choice, high name, days sober, pluses in life, challenges this week, etc. One man struggled with the death of his relationship. His alcoholic girlfriend was coming later that day to pick up her stuff and drop off the dog they bought together. Another man in his 50s had a very sad day. A 20-year-old friend of his son's died from shooting a bad bag of dope, and yesterday was the funeral. An 18-year-old boy was addicted to coke and cough syrup and is now wondering about returning to college because of the party atmosphere. And the woman sitting next to me had been living in a homeless shelter and couldn't sleep last night because of the fighting, screaming, and slamming doors. She's not into that drama, she says, the stealing. Oh, Back again with the Trump 2024, Matt Torrance. Say again what I said last night. Good luck. I actually haven't even looked at the polls in a long time. What do the polls even say right now? Trump versus Harris polls. Who is leading in the U.S. election? Please tell me. Generally Harris. Okay. Fascinating. I've like barely paid any attention whatsoever to this presidential election. I wasn't sure I was gonna vote for Biden, but they swapped him out and I'm gonna vote for Harris. Matt Torrance, I can tell. Haha. Very funny. But yeah, I just can't handle the stress. I just don't want to know anything about it, honestly. Because it's like, I feel this way about the internet. It's like, if you want to be angry and stressed out and aggravated and thinking about politics 24 hours a day, you can definitely like do like most women. Wow. Sorry, Matt Torrance, you got hidden for that comment. But like I was saying, it's like if you want to be angry all the time and like argue about politics, you can do that 24 hours a day on the internet if you look for it. Um, but I just don't feel like Creaky Niece, thanks for hiding the loser. You're welcome. I just, it's like I can take, I'm fine with a little bit of brashness in my commenters. That's fine. But you start saying things like women are uneducated about politics, like things like that. That's crossing a line for me. But yeah, so I just choose not to do that. I just choose not to engage with politics that way, and nothing's gonna happen. Nothing about me paying attention to politics is gonna have an effect on anything. So why should I? It's like I don't got enough stress in my life. I just don't follow the news. Seventh. Did I get it in there? Oh, I didn't copy it over. Yeah, that's crazy. I remember that group. It was actually like, it wasn't an AA meeting. I'm wrong. It was an outpatient group. But still the same group I went to. Or still the first group I went to. Oh my god, why won't my nose stop itching? Stop. Ugh, what is it? My allergies. My air filter broke like 2 weeks ago. And I haven't even looked up what I'm supposed to do. Damn. I can do it right now. I can do that right now. Basically, the filter light is flashing. But I don't know how to... Check the condition of the filter every few weeks. Change the filter. Place the filter when the filter indicator light indicates its time. I wish I could just, like, not deal with that. But I should probably just keep it on regardless. Maybe I can find it on Amazon. I have a question also. Like, can you guys hear that I have a Minnesota accent? And if you can hear that, how strong is it? I just want to know. So, Holmes purifier filters. Oh, gee. Type J filter? Ugh. I don't know. HAP360W? HAP360W. I'm gonna assume that's it. It's very subtle. Okay. Thank you, Hogs to Men. That's a great name, by the way. Hogs to men. Ooh, I don't want to do it. I guess I have to. This is like a home goods need. I'm not gonna buy two though. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna buy this one. I didn't go again. Oh my gosh. That's right. I let my Amazon Prime expire. So I don't have free shipping anymore. That changes everything. That really changes the experience. Well, I was like, okay, am I gonna get $17 a month worth of shipping charges? Like, I never order off Amazon. Right this second, I don't order off Amazon anyway because I'm unemployed, so I don't have any extra money to spend right now. Gosh, I just got stuff on this. Oh yeah. I have some stuff on this list from what I want my Halloween costume to be. I got one of those space blankets that I used to, like I said, I used to live in Boston. I lived downtown, and so when the Boston Marathon would be over, there would just be people everywhere in these silver blankets, right? So I like put a silver blanket on there, and then I got like some sweatbands and like wristbands, and like a big number to put on my chest, and it's sitting in my Amazon cart. I haven't pulled the trigger on it though. I want to give that some more thought. Okay. 7th, 2009. February 8th. Ooh, February 8th. So I have a magic book that I got from my grandmother. It's called Madame Xanto's Dream Book. And this entry is me just writing out questions and answers that I get from the magic book. It's from 1908, the book, and it has someone has put the word Arbuckle on one of the page, and I think that might be my great uncle, maybe my grandmother's father's brother. I've not been able to completely figure that out. Or it's, yeah, like Arby. His name is Arby. They're from West Virginia. I don't know about that name. So yeah, like when I asked about my accent, thank you for responding, Hogs to Men. That's another thing that I'm kind of like cognizant of too, is that like, okay, so I wonder if people can hear the Minnesota accent, but then I also feel like I picked up a lot of accent from my father, who was from West Virginia. I lived there all his life until he like married my mom. And then also, like I said, I lived in Boston for a while, and during like a very formative period of my life, like that 18 to 22 period. And so sometimes I can still hear that in my voice too. So I'm always wondering, like, because people ask me where I'm from. People here ask me where I'm from. So just want to talk good. Did anybody else say this when they were young? When they were little kids? Ain't a word because it ain't in the dictionary, so I ain't gonna say ain't no more. Anybody say that? I'm like obsessed with West Virginia. I have done so much research about my family in West Virginia. My family's been living in the same 50-mile radius in West Virginia for 300 years, pretty much. And like, I went there last year and I saw a church that was founded by my ancestors in the year 1840. It was an abolitionist church. And it was just like out in the mountains in West Virginia, and it was still standing and unlocked. So we just like went in and looked at the old hymnals and the weird old pamphlets and stuff. And then I went out into the cemetery and saw like the graves of my, I don't know, like seventh great grandparents, my great 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 grandparents, and like their children and stuff. It was so cool. And it was just this abandoned spot in the mountains in West Virginia. Yeah, that ancestry.com, they got me good. They got me good. I really have invested some time into researching my heritage. But yeah, so it's like, so West Virginia just holds this kind of like, I don't know, it has a special place in my imagination and my understanding of my identity. My understanding, and particularly my understanding of myself as like, in my identity as like a white American. You know, it's like, you know, how did my white family act in America being here for as long as they did? I guess is like not entirely good, but it's better to know that and better to know, you know, the story of your family than to not know. Okay, February 13th, 2009. So we've gone through another year. And I wrote down, I just made up a song. It's to the tune of the Cheers theme. Sometimes you wanna blow that guy who barely knows your name. Thought you might fuck, but then he came. That's silly. I don't think that was based on a real experience at the time. Alright. I'm really cruising on this project. This was a good idea. Okay, yes. Oh, I'm into lesbian drama. I'm into lesbian drama at this point in my life. Like, this girl, I was friends with a beautiful British stripper who whose work visa in the United, she was a classmate of mine, and her work visa in the United States was that she could only work for our college, and the college wasn't giving her enough hours to afford to be able to live, so she was stripping and being a nanny on the side because she was getting paid under the table. And she was this beautiful English stripper, and I had major feelings for this girl. Like, I don't know, we used to do a lot of coke together. And then my friend, who wasn't even gay, fucked this girl who I had a crush on, and I was so mad. So I'm like, I'm describing in my entry from February 17th, 2009, how I wrote Monica. Oh, I said her name. That I wrote her like the meanest fucking letter I've ever written in my life. I said I destroyed her. I'm sure I was very scary. I'm sure I was very scary. I can be, actually, you know what, that's not even true. I can be a real bitch. I really can. I can be a cunt. So I wouldn't want to receive like a really mean letter from me, that's for sure. It's like I have a certain viciousness about me, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to like take it there, which I think catches people off guard. I think sometimes, including myself, mostly myself. I'm just like, wow, I really said that, huh? Hello, Hilmar Ster. Good morning from Germany. I love your Tumblr. Checking it every day. Thank you. That is so nice. Good morning. What part of Germany are you from? My family is from Germany. At least the most recent immigrants in my family are from Germany. On my mom's side. Albert, it's funny when you're polite to almost everyone all the time, but then someone needs a serve. Yeah. I just I don't even want to do it even when somebody deserves it though. You know, anger is just not a place where I'm comfortable with, and like I just feel like anger is not the appropriate the appropriate response to like 99% of things, but I'm like childish and irritable in a way that kind of like embarrasses me, honestly. You're from Berlin. Cool. I've never been to Berlin. Mouse on Mars. Hey, it's good to see you on. Thank you. Everybody's being so nice to me. From Berlin. I'm gonna try and look on a map and like show you where my family is from in Germany. Let's see. Yeah, I get that. I try and stay away from that side too. Gotta go. Bye. Bye, Albert. Thank you for being here. Okay. So, oh well, I guess I don't have to show you. But basically, my family, the most recent immigrants in my family are from around Frankfurt, Germany. And they left about the year 1890. So, but yeah, and that's about when everyone on my mom's side of the family moved to the United States, is around like the 1880s, the 1890s. But then my dad's whole side of the family, like literally, I've not found a branch in his family tree, and I have looked. I have researched. I've spent hours and hours and hours researching his heritage. I have not found a branch on my dad's family that does not go back to colonial America, like pre-revolution. It's just crazy. Like on my dad's side, I am from every old American family there fucking was, apparently, because I have no ancestors that immigrated here before the revolution. It's just crazy. Ah, I see. A lot of people came from Frankfurt. Yeah. And they were like outside of Frankfurt in small villages. But yeah. Sometimes it's confusing when I'm looking up different places that my family is from in Germany, because at that time the the map was drawn differently. So sometimes on the documents of the day they would say that they're from this place in Germany, but then you know, you look up that same place today and that part of land is actually in like Poland now or something like that, because the map was redrawn so many times since then. or there'll be like, it was before, oh, looks like I disconnected for a bit, but even even more than that, you know, there was also like different kingdoms in Germany. And I guess that Germany wasn't unified when like some of my ancestors that I've been able to find were still living there. So there's like, you know, I'm not going to be able to think of one now, but like there'd be different kingdoms of like the kingdom of Saxony or whatever, you know? So yeah, really kind of confusing to nail down where some of my ancestors are from. Okay. 2012. Hmm. Oh god, February 2009. I'm talking about how much I love Woody Allen. This one aged well. I really loved the Woody Allen movie Hannah and Her Sisters. I really, really loved it a lot. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm quoting Nietzsche here. I'm like reading all of these like philosophy books that like I just do not understand at all what I'm reading, basically. Like, I've noticed that you need to be old to understand philosophy sometimes. Like, there are things that I just get as someone who's almost 40 that I would have had no concept of at this age. Like, you know, when you're just so fresh, like 21 years old, you're just brand new to the world. Just no idea what's going on. Like, barely any historical context for like who you are and where you are, and like you just haven't known enough people to have a real sense of, I don't know, just like the rules of the, you know, the rules of the world. What time is it? Oh, it's 2:15. Whoops. 2:15 a.m. here in Minneapolis. Oh god, I'm talking February 26, 2009. I'm talking about how much I need to quit smoking cigarettes. I would quit smoking cigarettes in 2021. 13 years or 12 years later. I hated smoking cigarettes the entire time I smoked cigarettes. I was trying to quit the entire time. 17 years I was trying to quit smoking cigarettes. I was trying to quit from the first one I had. Don't ever smoke cigarettes. Don't get addicted to nicotine. Please spare yourself. I was a whole alcoholic, and like I've smoked crack, I've done heroin, you know, nothing killed me like cigarettes. It is the most addictive thing I've ever been exposed to. Please don't get addicted to nicotine. It's like a miracle that I quit. My grandma tried to quit like pretty much every day for about, I don't know, like 70 years or something, and she never fucking did. And it killed her. She got emphysema and fucking died from it, and she never quit smoking. It's that bad, guys. Don't start vaping. Oh my god, like what a... I'm a maniac. Well, who would write this much about themselves? I mean, it just goes on and on. So this particular document that I have open is my journals from 2007 to 2009. I have them in single-spaced Arial font size 11, and it is 102 pages long in this Google document. That's just for 2007, 2008, and 2009. 102 pages, single spaced. I'm on page 73 of copying it into my Wheel of Time documents. Oh, here I am. Okay, March 2nd, 2009. I've gone to New York City for the weekend. I did include while I was writing yesterday that I went to New York City over the weekend. After therapy on Friday, I got on the Lucky Star bus from South Station. The Lucky Star bus line was like the Chinatown bus. And I'm really trying to remember this number correctly. It was like, I'm dead serious, I think it was $5 to go from Boston to New York City. Like, you just got on the Chinatown bus and prayed that it would make it there, because you were always seeing shit like the Chinatown bus flipped over on the freeway. I mean, it was a real gamble, but you could go to New York for like nothing back in the day. I got on the Lucky Star bus from South Station around 8:30 in Manhattan. I arrived in Manhattan and took a cab to Central Park, met up with Derek and Kyle down by NYU an hour later, went back to Kyle's place in Brooklyn and had some drinks in a bar. 2 bars, actually, and 6 Jack and Cokes. Derek drank ginger ale and called Kyle and me hack scientists in our art. Okay, I don't want to read the rest of that. Saturday, we toured Lower Manhattan, walked halfway across the Brooklyn Bridge and back, then to Ground Zero, which is still a gigantic hole in the ground. I'm seeing it again after being there in 2003. On the way there, we saw a gathering of protesters in People with AIDS Plaza, demanding an end to the bailout. Okay, so this is like recession era. One held a sign. Okay, it was a sign that said Obama, but it was an acronym. It said, "One big ass mistake, America." 2009. Another sign said something along the lines of 94% of Americans pay their mortgages. Don't make my kids pay for the rest. And Ayn Rand was right. Read Atlas Shrugged. The economy is heading towards a depression, so say the experts. The stock market hit an 11-year low today, and the recession is at least the worst we've had in 75 years. I'm glad I don't have children or a house. I can become a drifter if necessary. Little did I know that because of this recession, I would never have children or a house. After that mess, we sat by the water by the Statue of Liberty ferry and ate sandwiches. We saw 3 men arguing loudly, and then they suddenly changed from screaming at one another to shouting for a crowd. They were acrobats. Yeah, that was fun. Fun little trip to New York in 2009. Oh my god. Okay, this entry is interesting. Like I said, so I had undiagnosed ADHD the entire time I was writing during this whole time period. And it's March 3rd, 2009. I said, it's nearly 7:30 a.m. and I have not slept. I'm still up. I'm up all night. My mind will not shut up. I'm putting together pieces of the puzzle. Ari, the question I asked earlier this morning, why do I watch television and surf the web rather than do the things I ought to do, despite the fact that it causes me anxiety? What I've concluded is that perhaps I am dissociating. I watch television on average around 6 or 7 hours a day. Ooh, I was real busy. It's what I spend the majority of my time doing. Watching TV is a passive activity, and most times I'm too distracted by the internet to even follow what's happening. Sometimes I will learn something from the internet or the TV, but most of the time it's just mindless passing of time, even though there are more pressing issues at hand. The answer is you have ADHD, Lindy. You have ADHD. I'm telling you, that diagnosis changed my life. I understand now about executives, their functions, and how mine do not function. Oh gosh, my nose. I might have to switch to doing something else. This is boring me now. And I made my goal. I smoke a lot of weed these days. It's just, ugh. It's like I know that I should stop, but at the same time, my uncle gave me an ounce of weed. And I made a box, a smoking box. I keep it in with all the pipes and stuff. And, you know, my therapist, who really doesn't like that I smoke weed, is actually quitting. Next week is going to be our last session. So, hey, you know. No one's going to be on my ass about it. That's the thing, is that no one gets on your ass for being addicted to weed. Not when everybody you know smokes weed. Like, even heavily smoking like I do, nobody fucking cares. Except my therapist, and secretly me. I care a lot, actually. It's what I know. Excuse me. I'm gonna check my Tumblr to see if I have any messages. I do not. I got 11 new followers today. And 4,189 notes. Which is crazy. It's crazy. The 4,000 notes in the past day is crazy because I have 82,000 followers. There are so many dead accounts following me on Tumblr. I have like an Internet Archive's worth of followers for anyone who wants to check it out. I ordered so much Mexican food. So much. I'm gonna eat some of it. I was like so pissed at my delivery drivers too. They just like sat in my parking lot and circled the building for 20 minutes once they got here. It's like, I get that. I don't know what you're doing, but like I don't know if like delivery guy is the right career for you. And also, like, if you're trying to, like, smoke weed or something, like, who cares? Deliver my food first. Asshole. I had a $10 tip on that order. $10 tip. You can't change the tip after they deliver it, I learned, actually. Oh. I didn't order this. I don't know what this is, actually. This is an extra dish I got. It's chicken. And it kind of is like a chicken egg roll, kind of. I don't know what it is. And it's really tough to get through, too. Like, that was one thing I noticed about this food. It's really difficult to cut with your fork. Mmm. I slept until 4 today. And then I woke up and I took a bath. And I realized I need to clean my bathtub very badly. There was a lot of soap scum. So I got out of there pretty quick. And then, did I even do anything? I thought about going to book club. I kind of like half listened to the first part of the book we were supposed to read, but I couldn't. I canceled. Just played on my phone. I have to like find a coupon for my ADHD drugs and then pick it up from the pharmacy tomorrow. Because without the coupon, it's $940 for a month's supply, and like I can't afford that. It's crazy how much these drugs cost without insurance. I've been really lucky. I've had great health insurance for like 6 years. I forgot about the full extent of the fuckery of the US health system. Okay, god damn it. Get on the fork. Ugh. Yeah, I think that's a lot of why I'm considering going back to my old job too. Just because I know that the health insurance is incredible, like the benefits package truly cannot be matched. But I don't know. I just don't know if I want to be involved in the toxic office politics there again. It's like everybody's got a gripe about everybody in that department. I'm like, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a party to those conversations, and I don't want to have those conversations had about me. Like, if somebody pisses me off that much in my working environment, I wouldn't stay there. I literally just quit my job because I was having so much trouble with somebody, you know? I just want everybody to get along and do their work and communicate so clearly with one another that everybody knows what they're supposed to do. And then at the end, when you do the thing you're supposed to do, I want a nice pat on the head by my boss, and that's all I'm looking for. Like a nice job, Lindy. You're a really smart girl. Thank you. That's all I want. I'll work for that. Just keep my bills paid and pat me on the head every once in a while. I'm a happy lady. Oh yeah, I was just so emotionally involved in my job. It's not good. Don't do it. I wonder who ordered this. Like, I feel bad for them. They didn't get their food. Now I'm eating it gleefully. At like 2:30 in the morning on live stream. It's not the life that was intended for this meal. Oh. How are 9 people watching me? Did you guys just like fall asleep? Just like silently watching me eat? I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're doing. It'd be great if I could like rack up a lot of time, like a lot of watch time on some live streams. Because like I really want to monetize my channel, but I just never have the watch time at all. Let's see here. Piiavc. Piav? I have you on in the background while I'm playing Lies of P. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Your stories are like an audiobook, yeah. So you just kind of have me on the background, just talking. Yeah. You know what? If you like if you like stories, if you like having stories, you know what's a really good way to remember things in your life is to write them down. I like it when, like, there have been certain times in my life where I've been able to, like, prove things by saying, nuh-uh, I wrote it down in my diary. Because it's proof. It's proof. You have to admit, if I wrote it in my diary at the time, then it's true. Okay, I'm gross. Put that back in the fridge. My cat is here, very interested in the chicken. I kind of want something sweet too. Where's my sweet drink? Where's my sweet drink? Ugh, my sweet drink is all out of drink. Gotta make more. I love these stupid Crystal Light packets. Okay, cat, you're gonna need to chill. Hold on a second. I'll put you all on the dish rack. Okay, buddy. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I was just about to throw away the spoon. Nope, I need to recycle the can. You know, Banks, it wouldn't be so hectic up here if you were not in my way. Oh. I gotta get my smoking kit back together too. Look at this. I found the lighter in the kitchen. The rest of the smoking stuff is in the other room. My life is in shambles. Okay. This is my little smoking kit here. And I'm missing this. Take her away now. There we go. I wonder if I just like ran the live stream all night, and if people fall asleep while they're watching me, that could count as, like, you know, they could just leave the stream on. It could be like 8-9 hours of watch time just from that one viewer who's asleep. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you just need, oh my god, you need so many watch hours to get monetized. And my my videos have virtually no rewatchability. Like, it's not like I'm posting music or anything that you come back to again and again. It's like, you know, I post vlogs, so it's kind of one and you're done. Except for me, I rewatch my own vlogs a lot. Oh, what do I want? I want something sweet. That's right. I'm gonna have a yogurt. Okay, it doesn't expire until next Friday, so that's fine. I didn't do like anything on my to-do list again today. Oh, that's the other thing that happened today, is that the lady who was offering me the job reached back out and she was like, it's still available, we want you. And she told me um, that if I submitted my application that she wouldn't even review other applicants and that she would try and get my seniority reinstalled from when I quit. And dang, it's looking real attractive. And she's like, we'd love to have you. She's worked with me for a long time, but not in, not on the same team and not as my boss. Mm, it's very tempting. It's very, very tempting. And $30 an hour, I'm sorry, that's really good. That's crazy. I remember, when I was starting out, if you made $10 an hour, you were doing pretty good. That was when I lost all of my money and was forced to be poor for like 12 years. But yeah, like when I was in high school in the early 2000s, if you were making $10 an hour, that was manager at Subway money, you know? Ew. Yeah, I'm kind of standing here drawing a blank. Well, I think I might be ready to sign off now. Thank you all so much for joining me, and have a lovely evening doing whatever it is you do, or a lovely morning, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll see you again soon. Okay, and I never know how to turn off. I never know how to turn off the live stream. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.